In part one of this video, we talked about keywords and their role in search engine optimization. But there is a second aspect to getting good SEO ranking, and that is building effective backlinks. And we're going to talk about that in this video. Now, backlinks are incoming links from other websites or blogs to your site or blog. And if your website has a large number of quality backlinks from good websites, it'll be considered popular and worthy of a higher ranking in the search or search engine ranking positions. The links must be from high-ranking quality or authority sites. And since their Penguin update, Google has focused on quality rather than quantity when it comes to links. So spammy links from link farms will do your site more harm than good. And so you should avoid link building services on sites like Fiverr.com because they just tend to be very spammy and not very effective. Now, this diagram gives you an idea as to a typical linking to a site. You can see they are from lots of different types of sites. You've got from authority blogs, you've got from a .edu site, high-ranking forum, from testimonials, RSS directories, high-ranking site, forum signature, YouTube video, Facebook post, Twitter, social bookmarking sites, DMOZ, link to us page, and so on. And obviously, the more links you can get, the better. But as I was saying just now, do bear in mind that they do need to be quality links. And you do need to be a variation of links, because if more people from different types of sites are linking to your site, then it's going to make your site appear to be more popular and therefore get pushed to the top of the search engine ranking. Here are 5 ways to get quality backlinks. The first way is to comment on do-follow blogs. So what you want to do is find a niche-related blog that allows links. You want to write an informative, keyword-rich comment and include your link. You want to be sure to include useful information in your comment. Useful information that readers of the blog, and more particularly the blog owner, is going to feel adds something to the content. And the blog owner will no doubt appreciate that and is going to be more likely to leave your link in place. Spammy stuff like great post, well, they don't contribute anything and they'll probably get deleted. Now, one way to tell do follow blogs from no follow blogs is to install the SEO book SEO toolbar for Firefox, which you can download from tools.seobook.com /SEO-toolbar/. And it tells you a lot of information about sites that you search for in search engines like Google and Bing. And if I scroll down a bit, you can see they do actually have a video on the site which explains all about it. Another way to get backlinks is to use press releases. You want to send out a press release about important updates to your website or blog. And this has 2 advantages. First of all, you're going to get a backlink from the press release site. And if a news site names your blog as the source, they may also include a link to your site. If you're not making very many updates to your blog, one thing that you can do is compare the best products in your niche and send a press release out about your findings. Another way to get links back from news sites, and indeed to be regarded as an authority on your subject, is to sign up on this site here, helpareporter.com /sources. And they call this thing HARO, or Help a Reporter Out. And what will happen is once you've signed up, they'll send you an email several times a day with requests for information from journalists. You can then pitch your site or yourself as a source. If you're chosen, then they will either cite your website as a source, or they might interview you. And when the story gets published, there'll be a link back to your website as the source. A very simple way to get backlinks is to simply ask people to link to you. have a link to us or spread the word page on your blog and ask readers to link to you. You want to make it easy for them by providing the direct HTML code and your desired anchor text, and it should look something like this. .edu links are highly regarded by search engines, and one way you can get those is to establish yourself as an expert or a resource site. Lots of universities have resource pages to help students with projects. So what you can do is email the university telling them about your site and suggesting it could be a useful resource to their students. And if they agree and they list your site on their resource pages, you'll get a .edu backlink. One way to find them is to do searches like this in Google. Enter site:.edu followed by your keyword, or your keyword plus resources, or your keyword plus in URL : links, or your keyword plus other sites. And that will give you some resources to go through. And then you just simply contact the university and ask them, as I just discussed. Now, a few things to bear in mind here. First and foremost, your site needs to be world-class to merit inclusion, because obviously universities only want the best resources for their students. And don't expect many of them to respond. In fact, if 5% respond at all, you'll be lucky. But you don't need many .edu links to boost your rankings. And finally, you should ask sites that mention you or your site to include a link. So do a search for either your name or your website URL. And when you find these sites listed, well, go to the site, thank the website owner for the mention, and stress the benefits to their website visitors of being able to visit your site for more information. So the website visitors will be able to get more information and you will get the link. So it's a win-win situation for both of you. Now, bear in mind that you do need to implement both of these strategies in order to get good search engine optimization. You need to have good keywords and you need to have good backlinks. But once you've got that, and once people can find your site in the search engines in Google and other search engines, then you should get a stream of free traffic that will last and last and last. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips for getting quick and easy traffic via YouTube. Now, YouTube is the second most popular search engine on the web, right after Google, which happens to own YouTube. And top-ranked videos on YouTube often get shown on the first page of Google. So you can jump through a lot of different hoops in one go and get straight onto the first page of Google with a highly ranked YouTube video. And the good news is, it's easier to get ranked on YouTube because there's less competition. And this is YouTube, which you'll find here at youtube.com. And before you can upload videos to the site, you will have to open an account, but it is all free. If you've got an account with Google, if you've got a Gmail account or anything like that, you'll automatically be assigned a YouTube account. Okay, let's put together a YouTube traffic plan. First thing you want to do is open a YouTube account and set up a channel. Your channel name should, of course, incorporate at least 2 keywords or be your business name. That way it can be referenced back to who you are or what you do. Then you want to write a video script, and it's very important that you actually write this out. I'll explain why in a moment. But it should be keyword rich and it should be in a conversational style. And you should practice reading it. You should practice reading it aloud, and you should practice reading it in front of a mirror if you're going to be appearing on camera so that you can get the delivery absolutely perfect. Now, there are 2 types of video that you can make. There are ones where you appear on camera, and there are also videos that are just graphics and audio. These are sometimes known as PowerPoint and Camtasia videos after the types of software that's involved. And this type of video is a PowerPoint and Camtasia video. Now, I don't have time to go into the mechanics of video making in this video because it is quite a complicated subject, but there are lots of videos on YouTube that can help point you in the right direction. What I can tell you, though, is that there are a few tools that you're going to need in order to make an effective video. First thing you're going to need, if you're going to appear in the video, that is a video camera, and you can usually pick up a good one on eBay. If you're going to do this, do make sure that you get a video camera that has an external microphone socket, because the microphones that come built into video cameras tend to be good for sort of ambient sounds. But when you're trying to record someone who's speaking to camera, they can sound a bit boxy. So when you have a microphone socket and you can plug in a separate microphone, a lavalier microphone or a lapel mic or a tie mic, or even have a desk-mounted microphone, then you can get a much better sound. You can also use a cell phone if you've got one that does video, but again, you want to make sure that you can plug in an external microphone. And eBay is a very good place to look for both of these items. You're going to need some software to create your video. In particular, you're going to need some software to edit it. And a good site to look for this on is freeserifsoftware.com, where you can get software from Serif. Two packages that I recommend are, first of all, Serif Movie Plus, which you can download from here to edit your video, and also Draw Plus for graphics. If you're going to have some graphics in your video that you want to create from scratch, then Draw Plus is a very simple and easy to use program that will enable you to do that. If you're going to make a PowerPoint and Camtasia video and you don't have PowerPoint on your computer, then a good alternative can be found with the LibreOffice suite, which you can download for free from LibreOffice.org. And that's what I use to make the graphic slides in this video. To record it, you can use Camtasia, and again, that's what I'm using to make this video. And you can download it from this site here, techsmith.com/camtasia.html. Now, Camtasia is not free software, and it is quite expensive, but it's well worth the investment. And you can get a free trial version. So what you can do is download the free trial, use it to make your video, and you'll probably generate some income from your website that you can then use to pay for the full version of Camtasia. If you don't want to do that, if you want a free version, then a good free alternative is Cam Studio, which you can find here at camstudio.org. And it is open source software, and you can download it for free. It doesn't come with the editing capabilities that Camtasia does. So if you do use this, then you will need to get probably Serif Movie Plus to edit it properly. Whichever type of video you choose to make, you must make sure that it's in a format and size that YouTube will accept. Now, at the time that I'm making this video, their recommended settings are an MP4 file at 1280 by 720 pixels at 30 frames per second. The audio should be in stereo with a sample rate of 96 kilohertz or 48 kilohertz. When your videos are done, you'll need to upload them, so log into YouTube, click on the button here that says Upload, and then you can select the video files that you want from your computer and then simply follow the on-screen instructions. It's all fairly straightforward. You also want to upload your script as a text file and sync it with the captions. That's why I said it's so important that you do actually write it all down, because that way the keywords will get indexed and your YouTube video will be much more likely to show up. And so therefore, once you get a top-rated YouTube video, you may be fortunate and you can get that onto the first page of Google. So there you go, a quick and easy way to get some free traffic via YouTube.